Hello everyone, I'm Sasha Semyon. You're watching my new YouTube channel, eBayer. That's right, I use eBay to sell and buy stuff. I collect things. I love collecting, it's my hobby. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel good to go to flea market on Sunday and find something that I probably don't really need, but I'm getting a great deal and I buy it. Then I'm stuck with tons of stuff that I don't know what to do with. I can use it as a gift for my friends and family, but most of the time it's very selfish and not the best idea. Oh, here's Bowie, my dog. She's a collectible item, very much. I love her very much. She's a great girl. Anyway, guys, let's say you sold something that was listed for 2 years, no one wanted, and finally the sale is made. Now it's time to ship that item to a buyer. And remember, you might have sold the item, the money is on your account, but you cannot say the deal is over. No, the item needs to be delivered to your buyer intact in the same condition you described it in your ad, without any breaks. And this is the video that I'd like to dedicate to how to properly ship your item to the buyer on eBay. Let's get started. So here it is. You've got this wonderful Santa Claus. Okay, you found it, I don't know, 2 years ago at the flea market for $3. You loved it very much. The Christmas is over. You want to get rid of it by selling it on eBay. You did sell it. Now let's try to ship it safely to your buyer. As we can see, this cookie jar is porcelain in 2 parts. So you can try to use a USPS box. This is medium size, and I don't think it's gonna fit in it. So you put it like this, you put it like that, and even if it fits, I wouldn't use this box. There is not enough room to properly protect these items. I definitely would not suggest that you ship it like this. It probably most definitely will break on its way down to your buyer. All right, what do? I live in New York City. I'm gonna take Bowie for a walk and find a little bit bigger box and then continue. Bear with me. We're back from our walk, Bowie and I, and surprise, there is no boxes on the street. New York City, Saturday morning. On Friday, all the garbage trucks passing by collecting the trash. Well, I still found a broken down Chewy.com box and made my own. It doesn't matter how box looks as long as it's big enough and strong enough for the purpose. And our purpose is to ship Santa Claus to a happy buyer somewhere on the other end of United States. What other items do we need to properly pack this fragile item and to make sure that it gets to the new owner safe and unbroken? By the way, looking now at the head of the Santa Claus, I found that the star has a small chip. It does happen that when you put item first time on eBay, you don't pay attention to details. But now, 2 years later, let's say you know how important it is to describe every single detail and flow if there is any. So what I would suggest, contact immediately your buyer and tell him or her that you found that the star has imperfection. Take a photo, send that photo to him. You might be able to renegotiate the price. Maybe you can give a small discount, $5–10, who knows. But always describe with absolute honesty the condition of the items that you sell. So, like I said, back to what we need for shipping. Of course, we need packing tapes. We need a clear tape to attach the shipping label. We need scissors. You don't need these big ones, but any scissors. Maybe some utility knife when you work on the building the box. I like to use the clingy thing. It's a good investment. That roll is pretty expensive. I don't remember, like 40 bucks or something, but it comes very handy. And recycle. It's good for our environment. I do like to recycle old paper bags from the groceries, plastic bags, some other items. A warning, never use your personal lingerie or items to wrap the items you ship on YouTube. First of all, it's not cool, and second, most likely it will not protect the item that you are sending out. And of course, bubble wrap. Tons of bubble wrap. Okay, stop doing this. Save it. Those air bubbles are actually what protects your item during the trip to another destination. All right. I do use sometimes popcorn, but remember, if the item is heavy, let's say a cast iron toy, most likely that toy will bounce around inside the box, shift itself to the bottom, and as it always happens, the postman will drop it. And guess what? If it's the middle of the winter, it's cold outside, cast iron is fragile, it will get cracked or broken, and then you will lose your sale. You will have to refund to the buyer. You already paid for the shipping cost. So again, do it right. So let's start. So there are a few extra pieces of cardboard that are left. I'm going to use those to reinforce the corners of the box. Okay. Now, as we know, our Santa Claus consists of two parts. Okay. So you want to wrap each part individually. Let's start with the big part. First of all, it's got the empty space. The thing I like to do, I like to fill it up, because if I don't and the item is dropped, most likely the weight of the actual item will collapse on itself because of gravity. All right, so let's see what I can use to fill it up. So I've got a whole bunch of the old plastic bags that usually end up in the garbage, or I'm a dog owner, I use them, poop bags. But let's say you've got tons of those and you don't have a dog. Use them, all right? You don't need to pack them too tight, but tight enough. All right, fill it up. Now, this one's got cavity as well, so let's stick some in here as well. Very good. Now, step number 2. I happen to have a box of this, well, they're used for babies and adults when when you need to protect your bed during the night sleep, all right? But they're brand new, absolutely brand new, so I unpacked. So take the item, let me adjust the camera, place it, and nicely wrap every single part of it. If there are crevices, try to add extra layer of protection there. Again, right here is, you know, that's a little Christmas tree right there. So wrap it nicely. Doesn't need to be perfectly done here, right? Now that's where this comes handy. Instead of using tape, I just will use this to again make sure that it's all wrapped up nice and tight. Excellent. Right, Bowie? Good. Let's do the same with the body of Santa Claus. Here it is, all nicely wrapped. I tucked the excess into this belly cavity. Now, before I wrap it with the clingy stuff, I'm going to wrap it in a bubble wrap. What I'd like to do at this point to save on bubble wrap, it's already got the good amount of protection. I'm going to include the head right here, cover it with the bubble wrap, nice and tight. And now I'm going to use the clingy stuff to wrap the entire package, turning it different directions so I make sure that that's good enough. Good. All right. So that's how it looks now, almost like a soccer ball. Well, we're not gonna play soccer with it, and I feel that there is a little bit like a sharp corner, and that's when I'm placing it in the box, I need to make sure that this one is protected a little bit better. All right, let's see if that whole thing fits in the box. So here's our box. Like I said, I'm gonna protect the corners additionally with leftover cardboard pieces. Now I'm gonna place something there. What's important at this particular point is now to fill all the empty spaces between the item and the corners and the sides of the box, so effectively suspending the item inside the box. Again, what I'm going to be using is anything that I can find and recycle, like old paper bags are perfect for it, especially if they're heavy duty, right? So use them try to position, use the cardboard if you need to fill up the space as much as possible. Remember, you want to avoid the direct contact of your item with any of the sides. Use the leftover plastic bags. Everything goes, you know. Very good. Now, when it's done, it's time to close the box. Okay, all done. Looks a little bit rough, but as long as USPS or whatever carrier you're using accepts it, who cares, right? If it's done right, when you shake the box, you should not feel that item there is moving, all right? So that's a well-packed box. Now, just to prove that it's worth protecting, I will drop that box onto the ground from about 5 foot height. Let's see if this beautiful Santa Claus survives that experience. Remember that most likely your package will be tossed, dropped, maybe not from 5 feet, but who knows. You always would like to make sure that it's well protected. Are we ready? All right. Well, here it is. Let's open it up immediately and take a look how we did. All right. Let's use this. Opening the package, always be careful because you can possibly scratch the item. I just know where it is in the box, so I'm going kind of rough. All right, there is our Santa. There it is. Find the end. Unwrap. There's our head. I don't want to pause the video so you know that it's not being edited. Then it's remember that we do remember that there was small damage on this store. Okay, this is out. Let's check. All right. Well, looks like the same way we packed it. Same little damage, nothing came off. The head is good. Let's check the body. And here's our body. I don't see any pieces. Well, if you are the lucky buyer, you just got yourself a good looking cookie jar for upcoming Christmas. That's it for today, guys. I'm Sasha Semyon, eBayer. Merry upcoming Christmas and happy holidays. See you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.